most relationships don't occur unless you make it happen, right? You're the one who approaches a girl. You're the one who says, hey, let's go out and do something. Like, you're making these things happen, right? So while you're making these things happen, and let's say you get into a, long-term relationship with a girl, or, you are dating a chick or whatever it is, right? You are managing that situation. You're the one who has to make sure that that situation is going to run as smoothly as it needs to be, because a lot of times what happens is that when you're dealing with girls are sometimes going to get disrespectful. They're going to sort of, get out of pocket. They're going to sort of do some, disrespectful stuff. And a lot of it is they'll be either testing you to see if you're going to let them get away with it, or they're just basically like all over the place because they never had a dude who checked them. They never had a guy say to them like, yo, this isn't cool. You shouldn't be doing this, blah, 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 right? So in this audio, right, I'm going to be talking about, what does it mean to check your girl? Why do you have to do it? What happens if you don't do it? Why some guys don't check their girl. I'm going to be also talking about like, what's the actual goal of checking your girl, right? And then I'm going to be also talking about how to actually do it. I'm going to be talking about, the 4 things you need to do in order to really check your girl. You understand? And I'm also going to be talking about, when to charge a chick to the game if she's on some BS, even after you checked her and everything. So we got a lot of stuff to go through today. All right. And I'm also going to be talking about like what to say, how to actually do the checking. You feel what I'm saying? All right. So let's just get into this. Right. So what does it mean to check your girl? Right. So basically, what it means is when you check in a chick, it's basically you pointing out her doing something disrespectful or saying something disrespectful and letting her know that that disrespectful stuff that she's doing or saying is not cool, that it's unacceptable, and that she should not be doing it, right? So you're sort of, reprimanding her for like, doing some out of pocket type of stuff. That's really the simple way to put it, is that you're letting her know that this is not a cool thing to do. Right. So that's basically what checking your girl is. And, it's very important that you do it. Right. And, probably asking, so why do you have to actually do this? Right. And the thing is, you have to make sure that you check your girl because, if you don't do it, right, if you do not check your girl, what's going to happen is that you're going to have a chick who feels like she can do whatever, she can say whatever. She's going to have a bad attitude. She's going to get even more disrespectful. She's going to lose respect for you because she feels like you have no backbone. She feels like she can walk all over you. Right. So, you have to do it because you have to make sure that she is, she understands that what she is doing is unacceptable, when she is with you. You understand? And the thing is, if you do not do it, right, you're going to have some chick who's going to be, on some BS, who's going to make your life harder. You understand? You're going to have a girl who's uncooperative. It's not going to be a good look. Right. And now a lot of guys, they don't check their girl because they're scared to check their girl. Or what happened is that a lot of guys have been brought up to, not check their girl. Like they haven't, their dad didn't check their mom. You understand? Like they don't see other dudes doing it. So they just sort of think it's normal to have a chick who's going to be belligerent, to have a chick who's going to have a bad attitude, to have a chick who's going to basically be on some BS. They just figure, oh, well, that's just how they are. And I just got to let her cool off. And that's that. You understand? But see, the thing is that that's not a good idea to make that happen, because the more you leave a girl unchecked, right, the worse it's going to get for you. Right. So you have to make sure that, you check your girl, right? So what happens if you actually do check your girl, right? So now if you check your girl, right, she is going to notice and understand that you're the type of guy who she can actually depend on. Because you got to understand something. Women are looking for men for leadership. Women are looking towards men for guidance, right? Now, if she sees that you check her, right, that makes her feel like, oh, snap, this guy, has things under control. Like he's not going to just let me get away with anything. And it shows strength on your part. So she feels more comfortable being around you because you represent a strong man. right? So this is why it's important for you to really check your girl, because when you do check your girl, even, on the surface, she might, seem like, oh, like what's up with all of this? Like, she might seem like she doesn't like it or whatever. But the thing is that chicks actually appreciate when they, get with a dude who actually checks them. You know why? Because most guys don't check their girl. So when they actually find a guy who checks them, it's like a different thing. It's like, wow, this dude is putting his foot down. This dude is, a real man. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, you got to understand that it's very important to do this so that when you're out with the chick and you're dealing with her and you're making things happen, things are going to be easier for you. And also, when we talk about like checking your girl, this applies all across the board. This applies to girls that are just dating, fuck buddies, long-term relationships. This applies to, even if you just met a chick at a bar, you understand? And the situation arises where she needs to get checked, you have to check her. And I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later, right? Now, what's the ultimate goal in checking your girl? What is the ultimate goal in making this happen, right? And I talked about this a little bit on my radio show, The Bad Boy Show. Make sure you guys check out The Bad Boy Show. Go to ILookSexyNaked.com to check that out. So the ultimate goal of checking your girl is to get her to the point that she checks herself. Okay? So the goal in you checking your girl is to get her to the point where she is going to check herself. So now you might be saying, okay, so I got to check my girl. What do I do? How do I actually check her? How do I actually make this go down? Right? So now there's 4 things that you need to do in order to really effectively, check your girl. Right. And to make this process happen. Right. And so we're going to go through these 4 things and we're going to talk about this thoroughly and really so you can really get it in. Right now, the first thing you need to do in order to check your girl is